Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé. Stacey Silva calls out Georgi for insulting and making fun of her twin sister Darcey. Stacey Silva is here to support her twin sister, Darcey Silva, and take a stand for her. She just criticized her brother-in-law, Georgi, for making jabs at his wife instead of taking care of her. The 90-Day Fiancé star didn't want anyone to insult her sister. Darcey and Stacey have always been together in their highs and lows. Fans loved to see the bond between the sisters, no matter the drama they brought along, the reality. Stars never miss a single moment of each other's lives. Hence, Darcey invited Stacey and Florian to her wedding anniversary party. She didn't want to celebrate the big day without her sister. However, the TLC star's husband, Georgi, wasn't really happy with her decision. He just hoped his wife's sister won't cause any drama at his party. What really happened? What did Georgi do? Georgi had a huge argument with Darcey over her dressing sense before their Bulgaria trip. He requested his wife to tone down her features and dress more modestly. But the 90-Day Fiancé star was disappointed to see her outfit choice for the wedding party. Darcey asked Stacey and Florian to bring her and Georgi's wedding dress from America. She wanted to wear the same attire for their big day. The reality TV star looked stunning in her white gown with intricate embroidery and detailing. Georgi also sported the same tuxedo he wore on his wedding day. He stated she had all this time to figure out what to wear. What is she expecting? The reality TV celeb wasn't feeling really comfortable with her idea of meeting his family in a skimpy outfit. However, Georgi decided to leave the argument and move on. Stacey Silva and Florian Sukic traveled to Bulgaria to attend Darcey and Georgi's big day. They decided to prepare a special dance for the anniversary party. Darcey was so excited to see her sister around. Stacey was more concerned about her twin sister's relationship. She stated, "I want to show Darcey my love and support because I just feel like a lot of times I don't think it's fair the way Georgi treats my sister." She was glad to see Darcey and Georgi enjoying their day together. The 90-Day Fiancé star was shocked that Georgi was so nice to his wife at the party. Stacey said, "It's nice to see Darcey and Georgi let loose and have fun." She hoped to see her and her husband happy all the time. Florian also felt it was the first time Rusev was giving too much attention to his wife and having fun with her. Unfortunately, things spiraled quickly when they left the party. Darcey ended up drinking too much and getting tipsy. After leaving the venue, she started vomiting out of the car door. Stacey was shocked because she had never seen her throwing up so much. However, Georgi started cracking some jokes and taking jabs at Darcey instead of helping her out. Stacey expressed he should be there supporting her, loving her, not making jabs. She felt he should have at least held her hair and told him to stop. Georgi joked, "Somebody want to poison the queen? Where's the rat?" He grossed out when she threw up inside the car. Keep coming back for more updates on Darcey and Georgi's Bulgaria trip. The Silva twins have always promised fans two things: drama and loyalty. On the latest installment of 90-Day Fiancé, Darcey and Stacey, that bond was tested yet again when Stacey Silva stood her ground, calling out Georgi Rusev for what she described as insults and constant jabs at her twin sister, Darcey Silva. What unfolded was a raw, emotional clash that exposed not only the complicated dynamics between Darcey and Georgi, but also the unwavering sisterhood that has always defined the Silva twins. A night gone wrong. What started as a celebratory night out for the Silva sisters and their close friends quickly turned into a storm of accusations. Cameras captured Georgi appearing relaxed at the dinner table, sipping on his drink, but his words soon sparked tension. When Darcey laughed a little too loudly at a toast, Georgi leaned in with a smirk and said something along the lines of, "You're always so dramatic, just like you were with your exes." The jab, though subtle, immediately struck a nerve. Darcey brushed it off with a forced smile, trying not to escalate things, But Stacey wasn't having it. Her eyes narrowed, her body stiffened, and within moments she was speaking up. "Stop insulting my sister!" Stacey fired back across the table, her voice sharp but steady. "I don't like the way you make fun of her all the time. It's disrespectful." The table went silent. Even Florian, Stacey's usually reserved husband, raised his eyebrows, sensing that fireworks were about to erupt. Stacey defends her twin. For Stacey, this wasn't about one offhand comment. She explained in her confessional that Georgi's pattern of mocking Darcey, her outfits, her emotional reactions, even her history of failed relationships, had become exhausting. "Darcey's been through a lot in her love life," Stacey said, visibly upset. "She deserves a man who uplifts her, not one who drags her down with little insults disguised as jokes. I'm her twin, I feel everything she feels, and I won't stay quiet anymore." The emotional weight behind Stacey's words resonated with viewers. For years, fans have watched Darcey endure heartbreak after heartbreak, from Jesse Meester to Tom Brooks, each relationship ending with her in tears. Many had hoped Georgi would be different, a partner who could finally see beyond the cameras and love her unconditionally. But Stacey's confrontation painted a very different picture. Georgi pushes back. Georgi, for his part, didn't sit quietly as Stacey called him out. With his Bulgarian accent thickening as his frustration grew, he tried to defend himself. "I'm not insulting her," he argued, gesturing toward Darcey. "You take everything too seriously. Sometimes I joke. Sometimes I tell the truth. She knows this." But Stacey wasn't buying it. "It's not a joke if it hurts her," she snapped back. "You say you love her, but you keep making fun of her insecurities. That's not love, Georgi. That's control. That's manipulation." Darcey, sitting between the two, looked overwhelmed. Her hands twisted nervously in her lap, her lips trembling as if she wanted to speak, but couldn't. She was caught in the middle, the man she had once envisioned marrying and the sister who had been by her side through everything. Darcey breaks down. As the argument intensified, Darcey couldn't hold back her emotions. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she finally spoke in a shaky voice. "I just want peace. I just want to feel loved for who I am," she confessed, her words breaking with emotion. "Sometimes it does feel like you're making fun of me, Georgi. I've been through enough humiliation in past relationships. I don't need more of it now." Vulnerability hung in the air, leaving everyone speechless for a moment. Georgi shifted uncomfortably in his chair, clearly grappling with how to respond. Meanwhile, Stacey reached for her sister's hand, squeezing it tightly as if to remind her, "You're not alone." Florian tries to mediate. At this point, Florian stepped in, ever the reluctant peacemaker. Okay, enough," he said in his thick Albanian accent. "We are family here. No fighting in front of everyone. Georgi, you need to understand when joke is too much. Stacey, maybe sometimes you defend too strong. But both of you, think about Darcey." Though his attempt at calming the storm was earnest, it did little to ease the tension. Stacey remained visibly upset, her lips pursed in defiance, while Georgi looked away, his jaw clenched tightly. Fans react. As the episode aired, social media exploded with reactions. Many fans applauded Stacey for standing up for her sister, calling her the protective twin we all need. Viewers tweeted their support with hashtags like #TeamStacey and #ProtectDarcey, praising her for speaking the truth that Darcey often struggles to express. Others, however, questioned whether Stacey's involvement might make things worse for her sister's already fragile relationship. "Sometimes you gotta let your sister fight her own battles." One fan wrote on Instagram, "Darcey has to find her own voice with Georgi." Still, the majority sentiment was clear. Georgi's jokes weren't landing, and his dismissive attitude toward Darcey's feelings was raising red flags. What this means for Darcey and Georgi. The confrontation left the future of Darcey and Georgi's relationship hanging in the balance. While Darcey still clearly has feelings for him, the ongoing pattern of miscommunication dismissive comments and unresolved trust issues might be too much to overcome. For Stacey, the priority is crystal clear, protecting her sister at all costs. "I'll always stand up for Darcey, no matter what," she vowed in her closing confessional. "We're twins. We're ride or die. If Georgi can't respect that, then he doesn't deserve her." The bigger picture. This moment wasn't just about one dinner table argument. It reflected the ongoing struggles the Silva twins face when it comes to balancing love and loyalty. Their brand, glamorous, emotional, and raw, has always revolved around their bond as sisters. When a partner threatens that bond, even unintentionally, fireworks are inevitable. And that's exactly why fans keep tuning in. They don't just watch for romance or drama. They watch to see two sisters fight for each other, even when the world, and sometimes their partners, seems against them. Conclusion. The explosive showdown between Stacey Silva and Georgi was more than reality TV drama. It was a testament to the fierce loyalty that defines the Silva twins. Stacey's decision to call out Georgi for his insults highlighted the deep love she has for her sister and her refusal to let Darcey settle for less than she deserves. Whether Darcey and Georgi can move past this confrontation remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Stacey will always be her sister's fiercest defender, no matter who stands in the way. And in the world of 90 Day Fiancé, that kind of sisterhood might just be the most unshakable relationship of all.